Hello everybody. I've been doing a lot of thinking. So 4.5 weeks ago now I had a hysterectomy and endometriosis excision surgery, and it makes you think. I think it makes you rethink everything. I definitely have been. I didn't know for sure how the surgery would go and how recovery would go, but I'm pleasantly surprised at this point. But it does make you think, about what things will be like going forward, what might go away. But it's always good to evaluate what you do. And for me, it always comes back to what I can influence all day, every day, and what my whole of life protocol looks like. And yoga is a thing that I talk about all the time because I use it all the time. It is the only discipline that incorporates all of these tools that I use every day in my pain management plans. It can't even be called pain management plans, because what helps pain helps fatigue, helps insomnia, helps everything. So it's my symptom management plan. And I would say that some parts of yoga that I use are as important as the medicines I take. And I need to do them, to survive. So, what I mean when I say that they incorporate all the disciplines, it's like stretching. And so, like gentle movement, which is good for the body. Every body should move, and everybody needs to exercise in whatever way is available to them. But also, specific stretches are really helpful for people with, problems with specific parts of our body. I mean, I will get on the floor and do cat and cow pose multiple times a day. The yoga poses are useful and have been used for thousands of years for a good reason. Initially, yoga poses, asana, was to help yogis sit more comfortably in meditation for longer. And the second one is breath work. Breath work is so important, and I'm doing my pranayama breathwork training at the moment. They just knew this knowledge long before us, and I love seeing where East meets West and science meets old knowledge. And it's such a helpful tool just to use anywhere, anytime you need. And meditation, which I talk about a lot, yoga nidra guided meditation is the thing that really has helped me get through, especially having small children. And it helps counteract the fact that I don't always sleep very well, that I don't often get good quality sleep. And it is the part of my pacing plan that makes it work. Like one deep rest in the middle of the day gets me through the rest of the day. And I've got 4 small children, and I work and I run like a blog and other online work and a yoga studio and have a house and a husband and all that stuff. We're all busy, but that's my secret for managing. And I think the other, the philosophies and the principles are really helpful as well. But the thing that makes it the most important, besides having all of these disciplines, which are really helpful and they all have their place in my symptom management plans and I teach them all, but the thing that's most important for us, and for anyone who joins my studio, I will literally say the rest is the most important. It might not feel sexy or important to try to get more rest, but that's what we need, because if you do any research about fibromyalgia, you'll see about the central nervous system. It all comes down to the central nervous system. So I don't want to go into specifics of what the nervous system is, because there are some people who understand it far better than me. Actually, there's a video from Dr. Ginevra Lipton that I think you should check out, because she talks about, in her new paper, she's kind of figured out what she feels is the last puzzle. We always understood that the central nervous system and chronic myofascial pain and trigger points and inflammation leads to central sensitization, but they don't know why. And they have figured out that if you can get rid of the cause of central sensitization, it can go away. And they've been wondering what on earth the cause is, or what that jump is. And they think that it's the immune system, not in a traditional autoimmune way, but she explains it very well. But at the end of the day, one of these major puzzle pieces is our nervous system. It is dysregulated at a really base level. So things like yoga and meditation and calming the nervous system and avoiding stresses is going to help. And I think it might help rewire the brain, but that on its own is not any kind of magical fix, but it is a very important piece of managing. And here's why it's cool to use yoga for that. Because if you calm the nervous system, And if you can access the parasympathetic state, so go into the rest and digest state, which is the antidote to the stress state, then you relax your muscles, you breathe freely. When you get more oxygen in, you make your head clearer, so it can help with the brain fog. And when you are relaxed and when you can get into the parasympathetic state, then you can sleep better, you have less pain, you have less fatigue, and you can see how it becomes like a virtuous circle, because if you have less tension, you can have less pain, and if you can have less pain, you can have less fatigue, and if you have less of all those things, you can sleep better, and then your body can come into homeostasis. It's not any kind of magic fix, but it's a big help. And so I feel like it is the best domino effect we're going to get. I do use quetiapine, obviously, but yoga is a really big part of that. So I hope that explains a little bit about why I'm so passionate about it, why I talk about it, why I do it, why I share it. But I also hope it helps kind of demystify. So when I'm sharing practices and talking about yoga, it's just because that's the discipline I know, but it's incorporating all these different tools, which is helping us at a really base level. And when people join my studio, yes, there's the active yoga, and yes, yoga can be good for exercise and help us build strength, but that's kind of the least important part for me at this point. And I really honestly believe the rest portion is more important. And like for anyone, if you were to set a goal, whether you are in my studio or not, if you were to set a goal, good, excellent relaxation every day for the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months would do you such a good turn. Like that would be such an important goal. And if you could do 10 minutes every night before bed, that would really set you in good stead. Obviously it does take a lot more than that, but that's what I recommend. So there's no big giant thing that we need to achieve or strive for, and that's kind of where I'm aiming at. I'm aiming at people like me who have a lot going on and we're exhausted. We don't want to say, let's do 90-minute classes or 60-minute classes. We want to be able to take 5 and 10-minute tools and put them in our day. And actually you're better off doing 5-10-minute tools across the day than you are one big tool at the end of the day. So I hope that helps. If you're curious about the studio, Yoga for the Chronic Life studio, with yoga specifically for chronic pain and fatigue, focusing on everything I talk about, including the movement, if that's something that's on your goal list at the moment, then you can come and join us. And if you want to learn more about Yoga Nidra specifically, I'll leave a video for you. Let me know, have you tried yoga, and have you found any of the individual disciplines or tools most helpful? Catch you again soon, guys.